unfortunately, because he has the power, it's going to lead to increasing repression. And it's going to lead, I believe, at least for the foreseeable future, for a consolidation of this dictatorship.
I think it's a difficult situation to continue to talk about because it seems that, you had mentioned that really all the opposition has is to take to the streets, like what we're seeing here in this video. Maduro, though, still controls basically all of these forces that would continue to keep him in power. So I guess really the question is that it?
Well, I guess in a sense it's taking off my analyst hat and sort of wishing that it weren't it. But I think it really signals something that is much more worrisome, because I think that this is in fact something that we've seen as a regional trend, right? A regional trend that, for example, there will be elections in Bolivia next year, right? And Bolivia is one of the countries that supports Maduro. And Bolivia has its own set of problems, and it will be going through an electoral process this year. And so this idea that you can in fact hold elections and then essentially stage a fraud, right? Because Maduro will continue in power and might even get himself, sworn in January, right? And then might even be president for the next 6 years if nobody can really push him out of power. So what it sends is this horrible message, and more than anything else, it also sends a message to the United States. All right, the United States has no levers really to force any kind of regime change, right? Or even regime behavior to change. We've used sanctions as the preferred instrument, and sanctions unfortunately don't work. Sanctions may produce a little bit of change around the edges, but they don't do the things that at the moment, at least the opposition would like to see, which is Maduro out of power, or at least Maduro changing his behavior, right? Because, and I'll finish with this, because Maria Corina Machado has actually offered to negotiate, right? See, I think they realize that in the context like Venezuela, where about 4 million people voted for Maduro and about 6 million people voted for Mr. Gonzalez, this is a divided country. And unless